Welcome to my channel for comprehensive tutorials on fundamental principles to complex problems. I'll cover it all. Feel free to share, subscribe for more contents. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode in which I have selected the topic of coordinates, and I have made it easy for all of you to understand, in which you are going to be working on examination style questions because so many subscribers and students, they asked me to work on coordinates, what coordinates are and how it works, and what are the common mistakes what the students are doing. So in this video I'll be starting from a very shallow level questions, very easy ones, and then I'll be taking to the little challenging one, and then comes the harder ones. So let's begin this session. In here, I'm starting with a very easy questions, in which if this kind of question comes in front of you in the exam, they're asking you write down the coordinates of point A. Now, first of all, the most basic thing is that you will always and always start with the x coordinate. You know very well that this is a x coordinate and this one is a y coordinate. Always and always this is going to be x, and this side is going to be called as negative x. All the x negative values are going to be on this side, when the positive numbers are going to be over this side. Now, so the coordinates of this a is going to be 1 2 3. X is always and always first. Okay, so you will be saying that it is 1 2 3 and 1 2. So you'll be writing something like this: it is 3x always first, and then comes y coordinate. So here you should be writing 3 and 2, and you'll get 1 point for this. Write down the coordinates of the point B. Now in here, always I said that you'll be starting with the x values. So x is -1 -2, so x is -2, x is -2, and y is 0. Y is -1. So as you can see, it is on -1. So you'll be writing -1. So -2, -1 is going to be the answer for this question. Now comes plot point 02, label point C. So x is a 0. As you can see, x is this one, and this is also x. So always and always remember that you write x values first and then you write y values. So x is not 1, not -1, it is x is 0, and y is going on top. That means this is going to be point C over here. Then comes plot the point -3 and 1. So -3 is this one, and 1 is going to be over here. That's how you get 4 points for this question. Now comes write down the coordinates of point A. As I already told you, that always count the x values first. So this is going to be -3x and +2. That means -3 and +2. On a grid, mark the cross x for the point as 4 -1. So this is going to be 4, and -1 is going to be this one, and you can cross something like this and you get 1 mark for this question. Now comes, Neil was asked to plot at the point A that has the coordinate 4 9. That means this is going to be, x is always going to be 4 and 9 is going to be somewhere over here. So this is 4 9, while his answer is shown on the grid. So this is a wrong answer, because the coordinates of this one is going to be 9 and 4. This is 9 and 4, not 4 9. So both are very different. Most of the students, they do this kind of mistake. Always remember, the mistake Neil has done is that he has taken x coordinate as y and y coordinate as x. Now comes question number 4. In here, write down the coordinates of point C. Point C is this one we are talking about. So this is 5 and 6. 5 and 6. ABCD is a rectangle. Plot the point D. That means it's a rectangle. That means this is going to be this point. This is going to be point D. And write down the coordinates of point D. Point D is 2, 2 and +6. That means 2 and +6. If you can count from here, it is 1 and 2, and then it's going to 6. So this is a rectangle we are talking about. Moving on to the next question. In here, coordinates of A are going to be 1 and 3. 1 and 3, x is 1 and y is 3. Write down the coordinates of point C is negative 5 and negative 4, negative 5 and negative 4, negative 5 and negative 4. M is the midpoint of the line from A to B. Okay, so that means if these 2 points are joined together, something like this. So midpoint is going to be the center point, which is equidistance, and the distance is going to be equal. So this is the point we're talking about, and coordinates of this point are going to be 3 and 3. So you may definitely write 3 and 3, positive 3 and positive 3. X is also positive and y is also positive. Now comes write down the coordinates of point L. It's going to be negative 3 and positive 3. So negative 3 first and then positive 3, because it is higher than the 0. Write down the coordinates of M. Coordinates of M are going to be 1, 2, 3. X is always first. So 3 and negative 1, 3 and negative 1. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of LM. That means once these two lines are joined together, something like this. Now we need to know the midpoint of this. So always remember, I always tell my students that look at the x values. X values are these ones. You add them together. That means minus 3 and plus 3 over 2. Now comes y. This value and this value added together. That means 3 minus 1 over 2. That means this is going to be a 0 over 2. This is going to be 2 over 2. That means 0 and 1 is going to be the answer. So this is a point. So 0, 1, this point is the midpoint of this line LM. Now comes next question, which is question number 7 over here. And you can see they're asking which point has coordinate 3, 0. 3, 0 is point B. And then which point has a coordinate negative 5 and 4. Negative 5 is over here and 4 is here. So that means F is the point which is negative 5 and 4. Plot the point 2 minus 3. 2 and minus 3 is going to be this one. And this point is going to be labeled as H. So you get 3 marks for this. 2 minus 3. Now comes question number 8, in which these are all easy questions. If you are okay with these kind of questions, you may skip and move on to the next questions. Now plot and label point F as 4 minus 1. 4 is here and minus 1 is here. So this is the point we are talking about. And this point is called as F. Plot and label the point minus 5 minus 1. Minus 5 and minus 1 is here. This is point G we are talking about. Write down the name of the shape DEFG. That means we need to join them together. This point is going to join here, and then here, and then here, and then here. So it's going to be a trapezium. Now moving on to the next one. In here, ABCD is a parallelogram. Complete the parallelogram and write down the coordinates of point D. Now parallelogram is going to be something like this, because B and C, look at this, it's going down, 2 down and 1 here. That means 2 and 1 here. This is going to be the point, and that's how you get a parallelogram. First point is this one, second point, third and fourth. That's how you get parallelogram. And this is going to be 1, 1, 1 and 1 is going to be the answer for this question. Now it says in question number 10, points 0, 3 and 2, negative 3 and D, negative 2, negative 2. Complete the parallelogram. That means if I look at A and D, it is 2 here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 5. That means this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2 here. So this is going to be the point. Because if you look at D and C, it is going 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 down. So from here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 down. That's how you get this parallelogram. Now moving on to the next, and the coordinates of B. Coordinates of B is going to be 4 and 2. 4 and 2. Moving on to the next question. As you can see in question number 11, it says the points A minus 3, 2 and minus 1, 4 and minus 1, 3 are these 3 points of a kite. As you can see, complete the kite and write down the coordinates of C. As you can see, this is an imaginary line and this is the center point of A. That means from here it going to the left hand side, so it's going to go right hand side 2 points. And now you can join these two lines like this, and you will see that this is taking a shape of a kite. Now when it comes to find out the points, the coordinates are going to be 1 and 2. So this point C is 1 and 2. Both are positive. Moving on to the next question. In here it says ABC is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles means two sides are equal, and you can see the distance between A and C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means the midpoint, that means 1, 2, 3 is going to be taking a straight line from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I can take from here. So if this is the point, it's going to be making an isosceles triangle, or you can take one more ahead. For example, over here you can also take this one, and once these three lines are joined together, they are going to make an isosceles triangle, something like this. As you can see, both these two sides are equal. These two sides are equal, and point is going to be plus 4 and plus 1. That means 4 and 1, these two are the points or the coordinates. Now in here, A is the point with coordinate 2, 9 and B is the point 10, 1. That means if I put this a little above, I'll get enough room to work out. Now the most simplest way is to understand that this is X and this is also X. So add them both. That means 10 plus 2 divided by 2 and 9 plus 1 divided by 2. X will be added to X and Y is going to be added to Y and then divided by 2, taking the half of it. That means this gives you 12 over 2 and this is going to be giving you 10 over 2. That means 6 and 5 is going to be the midpoint of this, somewhere 6 and 5 somewhere here it's going to lie, midpoint. When it comes to a next question, it says circle the midpoint of CD. CD are 5, 14 and 11, 4. That means 5 plus 11, 5 plus 11 and 14 plus 4 divided by 2. So this is going to giving you a 16 over 2 and this is going to be giving you 18 over 2. That means 8 and 9. That means this is the correct answer for the midpoint. Moving on to the next question, which is question number 15. It says shown are two identical right angle triangles. Work out the coordinates of point A. We need to find out the coordinates of this point. So let's begin. Now we have this coordinate and this coordinate we do have, and with this we can find out how much it is translated into x and y. Let's begin. Now concentrate on -8 over here, which is a y. This is a x and this is a y, and this is x and this is also a y. Now, as you can see, this y is -8. That means this has gone down -8. That means 8 step down. And from here, 5 steps up. That means 8 plus 5 is 13. So this point 13 minus 8 has moved up 13 points. That means 13 movement of up. Now, moving on to the x, now we have 13 has become 2. 13 has become 2. That means it has moved left side 11 points. So 11 points to the left side means minus. Now in here we have 4 and 3. 4 and minus 3. Now what should we do to 4 to make it -11? That means if we move 4 to -11, it's going to be giving us 11 minus 4 should be giving us 7. That means this is going to be -7. -7. And now when it comes to y, it is going to be -3. -3 when 13 is added to this, because we are going up, that is going to be giving us a 10. So this is going to be positive 10. That means -7 and positive 10 is going to be the answer. That means this shape has moved -7 and positive 10, 10 upwards and 7 steps towards the left. Moving on to the next question, it says work out the midpoint of the line joining A and B. That means -8 plus -2 divided by 2, and we have 3 minus 19 divided by 2. In here we have this has to be -8 minus 2, and this is going to be -16 over 2. That means this is going to give us -10 over 2, and this is -8. So -5 and -8 is going to be the midpoint of this line. Moving on to the next question. Now this needs pretty much of calculations. Now first of all we need to find out how much what is the coordinate of point B in here, and these four identical squares are shown below. The sides of the squares are parallel to axis. The coordinate points are 4, 3, 56, 42. Work out the coordinates of point B. Now we need to find out the coordinates of this. So before we going ahead, we should know the movement of x and movement of y. When we see 4 has become 56, that means 56 minus 4 is going to be giving us a 52. That means x coordinate has moved 52, and 52 has one box, two box, third box, and fourth box. That means 52 divided by 4 is going to be giving us 13. So each box length is a 13. This is the length of the one box and two boxes. This is 13, this is also 13, and this is also 13. So altogether this has moved 52. When it comes to y, 42 minus 3 should be giving us a 39. 42 minus 3 should be giving us a 39. Now when it y coordinate has moved 39 up, that means there are three boxes, 1, 2, and 3. So 3 times 3 steps it has moved. That means 39 has to be divided by 3. So movement of one box is 13. 13 this way, 13 this way, and 13 this way. That's how it has become a 39. Now 4 has to be moved 26. That means 26 minus 4 will be giving us a 22. X has moved 22, and when it comes to 3 has become 3 plus 13 is going to be giving us a 16. So these two are the coordinates of point B. Moving on to the next question, in which M is the midpoint of AB, and we need to find out. Okay, fine. So now look at this carefully. 2 has become 9. That means 7 has been added to this. That means 9 plus 7 should be giving us 16. So x is a 16. Now 6 has become 8.5. That means 2.5 has been added to this. So 8.5 plus 2.5 is giving us 11. So this is the coordinate of point B. Moving on to the next. Now in here, questions are very easy. Point A has coordinate 2, 3 and B has 6, 8. M is the midpoint. We need to find out the coordinates of M. That means 6 plus 2, both are x's, and 8 plus 3, 2. That means 8 over 2 and 11 over 2. That means coordinates of the midpoint are going to be 4 and 5.5. These two are the coordinates of the midpoint. Moving on to the next. The straight line L has equation this, find out the gradient. That means 2y equals negative 7x plus 10 and y equals negative 7 over 2x plus 10 over 2. That means y equals negative 7 over 2x plus 5. So the gradient is negative 7 over 2. M equals negative 7 over 2. Moving on to question number 3. Point A has coordinate this and B is this. Work out the gradient. That means we need to find out the gradient of it. We can take any point we want. First of all, this is x1 and this is x2, x1 and y1, and this is x2 and y2. That means the formula for gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That means it is going to be negative 4 minus 8 over x2 is 9 minus 5. That means this is going to be giving us a negative 12 and this is negative 4. That means positive 3 is the gradient. M is the gradient. We know M. That means y equals 3x and plus C. We don't have any idea about C, but they are asking you find out the gradient. So gradient of AB is a 3. So 3 is your answer. When we need to find out the equation, we can find out the value of C also. So this is the answer you need to find out. Now these are the point we need to find out. First, the midpoint. That means addition of y minus 4 minus 1 over 2 and 5 plus 13 over 2. That means this is giving us a minus 3 over 2. That means this is 18 over 2. That means this is negative 1.5 and 9. This is the midpoint of the line AB. Now line L has equation this. Write down the gradient. That means y equals, we need to find out in terms of y equals mx plus c. So y equals negative 3x plus 2. So the gradient of this line is negative 3. So m is equals to negative 3. Moving on to the next question. Find the gradient of a straight line with the equation is this. So this means that 2y equals negative 5x plus 7 and y equals negative 5x over 2 plus 7 over 2. Now once we need to find out the gradient, so gradient m is equals to negative 5 over 2. This is the gradient. Now comes next level questions, which are medium questions, in which we need to find out the distance when the 2 points are given. Now point A is 7, 2 and point B is negative 5, 8. This is the formula for finding out the distance between the lines. We know very well that x1 and x2 minus x1 is minus 5 minus 7. This is giving us a negative 12. And y2 minus y1 is giving us 8 minus 2, which is equals to 6. We are putting these values. Negative 12 is giving us square equals 144, and 6 square is giving us 36. When 144 and 36 are added together, gives you 180. When we're finding out the root of 180, it's going to give us 13.416 as an answer. In question number 2, it says a rhombus ABCD has a diagonal AC where A is the point minus 3, 10, and C is the point 4, minus 4. Need to find out the length of AC. Now in here, we know very well that minus 3 we have, and we have 10, and we have 4 and negative 4. 4 and negative 4. Now the rule says that x2 minus x1, we just can make it x1 y1, and this is x2 and y2. So x2 minus x1, that means 4 minus minus 3. 4 minus minus 3, and this is going to be giving us a square, then comes plus y2. Y2 is negative 4, negative y1 is 10, and square. That means this is giving us a 7 square plus, and in here inside we have negative 14 square. That means 49 plus 14 square is giving us a 169, and 169 plus 49 is giving us a 218. And when we find out the root of 218, root of 218 is going to give us 14.764. Now these two questions I am leaving, and I expect that you should be finding out the answer for these two. And in case if you get stuck, do let me know in the comment section. These are the two questions. When these 2 points are given, I expect that you should be doing these two questions on your own, and let me know what your experience is. Now when it comes to question number 5, it says A is the point. In here we need to find out the length. Same formula we are going to be using. Negative 4 here. Once again I'm doing the same type of question here. We have 8, and we have 5, and we have negative 4 and 1. Negative 4 and 1 we have, and this is x1 y1, this is x2 and y2. We are substituting all these values. That means negative 4 negative 8 square plus y2 is a 1 minus 5 square. This is giving us a 12, negative 12 in fact, and plus 1 minus 5 is going to be giving us a negative 4 square. That means this is giving us a 144, and plus this is going to give us a 16. So 144 and 16 is going to be giving us a 160. And 160 root is going to be giving us 12.649 or 65, you can say. Find the coordinates of point AB. Now in here we need to find out the midpoint. That means negative 4 plus 8 over 2, and 1 plus 5 over 2. That means this is going to give us a 4 over 2. This is giving us a 6 over 2. That means 2 and 3 are the midpoints. So 2 and 3 you can write as an answer. In here again we need to find out the length. Same formula. This is 7 12, and it is 2 negative 1. This is x1 and y1, this is x2 and this is y2, and we are substituting these values. So x2 is a 2 minus 7 square, and y2 is a negative 1 and negative 12 square. This is giving us a minus 5 square plus, and this is 13, negative 13, and this is giving us a 25, and this is giving us a 169. And when 169 added to 25, it's giving us a 194. And when we are finding out the root of 194, it's going to give us a 13.928, or you can say 13.93. When it comes to question number 7, it says the line is given, point A and B are also given. So what we do is, C point is also already given here, which is out of the graph, and A point is 5, 6. A is 5 and 6, and B point is 0, -2. B is 0 and -2. So once we have all these points, we can find out the length of AC. A is 5, 6, and again same formula we are going to use. I better copy down that formula. This is the formula what we have for the distance or the length. We can find out the length of AC since we have the points of A and C. This is the first one is A and C we are talking about. That means we are talking about 5, 6, and we are talking about 8 and 14. And this one is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. And formula that we have, it says x2 minus x1. That means 8 minus 5, 8 minus 5 whole square, plus y2 is 14 minus 6 whole square. This is giving us 3 square, and plus 14 minus 6 is going to give us 8, 8 square. This is giving us a 9 plus 64, and 64 plus 9 is going to give us 73. Once we find out the root of 73, it's going to give us 8.54, 8.544. This is the length of AC. Now we need to find out the midpoint of BC. Point B is 0, -2, and C is 814. 814. Now we can find out the midpoint easily. 8 plus 0 over 2, and 14 minus 2 over 2. That means 8 over 2 and 12 over 2. That means 4 and 6 is going to be the answer for the midpoint coordinates. Now in here we need to find out the length. Same formula we are going to be using. So I'll bring this formula once again down here. Of course, this kind of notification you'll get to that's not a scale. Now in here, the points, first of all we take the points -3 and 4, and 6, -2. This is x1 and y1. This is x2 and y2. The formula says x2 minus x1. That means 6 minus -3. 6 minus -3 whole square. Then comes y2. Y2 is -2, -4 square. This means 6 plus 3 is a 9 square, and this is giving us a -6 whole square. That means 81, and plus 36. 81 plus 36 is going to giving us 117. And when we find out the root of 117, it's 10.81, 10.816, or you can write 10.82. Both are correct. Now comes the section when we are going to be working with the hard questions. In here, two equations are given. One is a quadratic equation, one is a linear equation. So if we can imagine something like this, we have a graph something like this, and we have x-axis like this. And since this is a quadratic equation with the positive a, so this is going something like this, and there is a line, linear equation is making a line something like this. So they need to find out where they are crossing. Intersection points are given already, a and b, and we need to find out the length. So we need to find out the length, this length we need to find out. Let's see how do we do this. First of all, we know very well that the first equation, y equals x minus 1 whole square, and the other one is y equals 1 over 2 x plus 1. So that means that we can write this equation in this way: x minus 1 whole square is equals to 1 over 2 x plus 1, since both are equals to y. So we are substituting this. Now when we expand this bracket, it's going to give us x square minus 2x plus 1, and this is 1 over 2x plus 1. Plus 1 can be cancelled from both sides, something like this. We can cancel this, and we know very well x square minus 2x equals 1 over 2x. And when we bring this to the other side, it's going to be giving us minus x, and this is going to be giving us x square minus 2, and minus 1 over 2 is going to be giving us a 5 over 2x equals 0. This all equals 0. That means once we find out the common, so it's going to be x minus 5 over 2x equals 0. So that means first value of x is equal to 0, and second value x minus 5 over 2 equals 0. That means second value is going to be 5 over 2. So these are the two x coordinates we have found out just now. Now we find out the y coordinates. So y is equals to 1 over 2x plus 1. I will write two different times, 1 over 2x plus 1. So what we do is we write the same thing, y equals 1 over 2, and the first one is going to be giving us 0. That means we plot 0 here, plus 1, that means y equals positive 1. And second, y equals 1 over 2, and the value of x is 5 over 2 plus 1. That means y equals 5 over 4 plus 1. And when it is 5 over 4 plus 1, that means once we take the common, so this is going to be giving us a 5 over 4 plus 1 over 4. That means it is a 4. That means y equals 9 over 4. So these two are the points. When x is 0, y equals 1. And when x is 5 over 2, y is 9 over 4. These two are the coordinates. Now we can find out the length using the same formula that we have used. So this says x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 square. This we have practiced in the previous questions. You just put the values. This is x1 and y1, this is x2 and y2. We are plugging in the values and we can get the answer. I expect that you should be solving this on your own, since the x1 and y1 are already given. That means we can write 5 over 2 minus 0 whole square plus y2 is a 9 over 4 minus 1, and further calculation you should be able to do it on your own. Find the answer and write down the answer over here. Now in question number 2, it says there are 3 points p, q and r. The coordinates are minus 3 minus 6 and 1 4 and 5 minus 2. M is the midpoint of pq, that means, and n is the midpoint of qr. Prove that mn is parallel to pr. You must show each stage of working. Okay, fine. So first of all, midpoint of pq, That means it is minus 3 plus 1 and over 2, and minus 6 plus 4 over 2. This is giving us a minus 2 over 2, and this is giving us a negative 2 over 2. That means this is a negative 1, and negative 1 is the midpoint of PQ. So the answer for this one is minus 1 is the midpoint of PQ, and the midpoint of QR is going to be 1 plus 5 over 2, and this is 4 plus minus 2 over 2. This is 6 over 2, and this is 4 minus 2 is a 2. That means 3, and 2 over 2 is a 1, 3, 1. These are the 2 points. So this is point M, and this is point N. Prove that Mn is parallel to PR. First of all, see if PR, the gradient of PR. If we can find out the gradient of PR, it is minus 3 and minus 6, and R is 5 minus 2. We find out the gradient. This is x1 and y1. This is x2 and y2. This is y2 minus y1. That means minus 2 minus minus 6 over 2. Not over 2 actually. Y2 minus y1, and this is x2 minus 5 minus minus 6. I think there's a mistake over here. It is y2 minus y1, and this is x2 minus x1. So this is giving us a negative 2 plus 8 plus 6, and this is giving us a 5 plus 3. That means this is a 4 over 8. That means the gradient is 1 over 2. The gradient of Mn is going to be 1 over 2. The same way we can find out the gradient of QR. The gradient of Mn is 1 over 2. Now PR, we can find out PR is negative 3, negative 6. This is a P, and R is 5 and minus 2. That means we can find out the same way. Y2 minus y1 is negative 2, negative 6 over y2 is 5 minus y2 minus y1, and x2 minus x1. This is so minus 2 plus 6, and 5 plus 3. So this is 4, and this is 8. That means this is also 1 over 2. So gradient of PR is also 1 over 2. So it is proved that the gradient of both the lines are 1 over 2. In question number 3, it says the diagram shows a line joining OP. The gradient of line is 2. The length of the line is 2645 under root, and work out the coordinates of P. We know very well that O is equals to 0, 0, and P coordinates are x and y. We have no idea the value of them, but what we know is y is equals to 2x. That means whatever the value of x, it's going to be double the value of x is going to be the value of y. Let's find out the value of x first, and then we'll find out the value of y. Now in here the length is already given, so length formula we know very well that it is x square plus y square is equals to under root 2, 6, 4 and 5. Now in here we know very well that x square, now we know very well that y square is equals to 2x. That means 2x is going to be equals to square and 2, 6, 4, 5, because in here this is saying y is equals to 2x. That means whatever the value of y is going to be 2x. That means this is why we have substituted over here. So this technically gives us x square plus 4x square is equals to under root 2, 6, 4 and 5. That means this is going to be giving us a 5x square equals 2645. Now we need to find out value of x square. That means this is going to be equals to 2x 2645 divided by under root 5. So x square is going to be equals to 529. That means the value of x is equals to 23. Now we know very well that the value of x is 23. X is 23 and the value of y is going to be double. So x is equals to 2 times 23 is giving us a 46. That means the value of y is 46. We have found out the coordinates of point P. Now I was wondering, before going ahead with the next question, I stopped here, and so I was expecting that you will be doing it. Let's see if you have done it or not. I will solve this over here once again. Now this is 5 over 2 minus 0 is the same thing, x square, and this is going to be under root plus 9 over 4 minus 1 is going to be giving us a 5 over 4 square. So once we solve this, this gives us 25 over 4 plus 25 over 16. Now once we simplify this, this is going to give us 4 times 4 is a 16. So 25 times 4 is going to be giving us 100 over 4, 100 over 16 in fact, and plus 25 over 16. It's going to be going under root. So this is giving us a 125 over 16 under root. Once we find out the value, once we put this value in the calculator, we can find out how much is the value of AB. Now moving on to the next one. In here it says a straight line goes through point PQ and RS, where P plus 2 equals R and Q plus 4 equals S. Find the gradient. So y equals mx. That means y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. Now in here we know the value of this one is x1 y1 and this is x2 and y2. That means substituting over here, that means s minus q over r minus p, r minus p. Now looking at this one, this says that r minus 2 will be equals to r minus p, and in here 4 will be equals to s minus q. Now we know very well that s minus q is equals to 4 and r minus p is equals to 2. That means the gradient of the line is 2. So m is equals to 2. This is a 3 marks question. And next is finding out the midpoint of the line AB. Midpoint is, you know very well, you have very much practice with that. That means 5 plus minus 3 over 2, and then it is 2 minus 5 over 2. That means 5 minus 3 over 2, and this is 2 minus 5 is a negative 3 over 2. That means this is a 2 over 2 and this is a negative 1.5, you can say. This is a 1 and negative 1.5 is the midpoint of this line. Moving on to the next question, in which we are going to be working for a kite. A kite is, in this question it says a kite is drawn on a coordinate grid. The diagonals of the kite intersect at the point minus 2 minus 5. One diagonal has equation y equals 4x plus 3. That means we know the slope is 4x, and if we are finding out the diagonal of the kite, we know very well it's going to be intersecting and making a 90-degree angle. That means it's going to be slope is going to be opposite of it. That means the slope of the first equation is going to be 4x 4. That means the slope of the other one is going to be negative 1 over 4. Let's see y equal how much is y intersect. Y equals negative 1 over 4 x and plus c. So we are taking this one as minus 5 and negative 1 over 4. X is a negative 2 plus c. That's going to give us a y-intercept. So minus 5 equals plus 2 over 4 plus c. That means minus 5 equals 1 over 2 plus c. That means c equals negative 5 negative 1 over 2. That means c equals 5.5. Or in some questions they may say 11 over 2. So both are same. So now the equation is going to be negative 1 over 4 x plus 5.5 or 11 over 2. Both are going to be the same thing. Now in this question it says AB is a line with midpoint M. M is given. A is the point 2 3. That means A is 2 3 and midpoint is 12 and 7, and we need to find out point B. Now as you can see, the difference between 2 and 12 is a 10. That means 10 has to be added to this, so this becomes 22. Now 3 becomes 7. That means 4 has been added to this, so 7 plus 4 is going to be giving us 11. So 22 and 11 is the answer for the first part of the question. That means this is the coordinates of point B. Now it says show that the equation of the perpendicular bisector AB is 2y plus 5x equals 74. Pretty easy. Taking the midpoint and substituting it here. That means 2 times y is 7 and 5 times x is a 12. So let's see if it is 74. That means this is giving us a 14 and this is giving us a 60, and 60 plus 14 is going to give us a 74. Now when we add these two, both are equal. That means it is proved. Now comes the next question, in which I have done working for you to make the time more convenient. A is the point 111, B is the point 45. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. Give your answer in the form of y equals mx plus c. So first of all, we find out the midpoint. You know, midpoint formula is 1 plus 4 over 2 and 11 plus 5 over 2, giving us 5 over 2 and 16 over 2. This gives us 2.5 and 8 as a midpoint of this line. Now we find out the slope. We know very well y2 minus y1 and x2 divided by x2 minus x1 gives us minus 6 over 3. That means the slope is negative 2. Now the slope of the perpendicular bisector is going to be opposite. That means positive 1 over 2. Now we need to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector. We can take any point we feel like. Y equals 1 over 2. X I'm taking as 4, and y I'm taking it as c. So instead of y I will write a 5 here. That means it's 4 over 2 plus c. That means 5 equals 1 over 2 plus c. That means when this goes over the other side, it's going to give us 4.5. So c is a 4.5, and the equation is going to be y equals 1 over 2 x plus 4.5. In the next one, it says a line L joins the point 3 2 and point G at minus 5 and 4. So with this we can find out the midpoint formula. Using midpoint formula, we can find out the midpoint of these two, this line. Then we find out the distance. We know very well that minus 5 minus 3 and 4 minus 2 are going to be substituting here, and finally we get 68. So 8.24 is the answer for the first part of the question, which is asking the length of line. Now they're asking you to find out the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line. We know very well the slope of line L is 4 minus 2 divided by minus 5 minus 3, and 2 over 8 gives us negative 1 over 4. So the perpendicular slope is going to be plus 4. Now in here we can take an midpoint over here. This midpoint we are going to substitute in y equals mx plus c. So y is 3, slope is 4, and x value is going to be negative 1 plus c. That means 3 equals negative 4 plus c. That means c is going to be 3 plus 4, which is 7. Now I'm answering this. C, we know very well how much is c. So y equals 4x plus 7 is going to be the answer for this question. Now it says point H lies on y-axis such that the distance g x is 13 units. Find the coordinates of the two possible positions of H. Now I'm assuming that point G is negative 5, 4, and point H lies on y-axis, so at coordinates are 0 and y. In here, using the distance formula, minus 5 and 0 and 4 minus y whole square is equals to 13. The distance is already given. So once we are solving all this, we know that 4 minus y equals plus or minus 12. Once we take it as a plus 12, we get minus 8. And once we are using a negative 12, we get y equals 16. So these are the two possible positions where h can lie. Moving on to the next question, which is about, let's see what it has for us. Okay, it says A has coordinates negative 2, 7, B has coordinates 1, minus 5, and C has coordinates 5 and 4. So what we find out the coordinates of the midpoint of AB. So finding out the midpoint is not that difficult for you, since I have already explained you the method. Minus 2 plus 1 over 2 and 7 plus minus 5 over 2. So this gives us negative 1 over 2 and 1. This is the midpoint of this line AB. Now here they are asking you to find out AC, and the formula is already given here. So 5 minus minus 2 and 4 minus 7. That means for AC when we are talking about, this is A and this is C we are talking about. So these 2 points are we are considering. So I'm here, what I'm doing here is the formula is for x minus x and y minus y. So it's here 5 minus minus 2 and 4 minus 7. So this is how we get 7 and 3 as the answer for this part of the question. When it comes to finding out the magnitude, it's the same is the formula, but here we are using 7 and 3 because we are talking about A and C. So 7 square plus minus 3 square, distance formula, and this gives us radical 58 or under root 58. Answer that you get in your calculator should be something, let me see, it's going to give you 7.61 as an answer. Now comes find out the equation for line AB. Before that, we need to know how much is the gradient. Gradient we know very well. It is y2 minus y1 and divided by x2 minus x1. This gives us a negative 4. So negative 4 is the gradient of this line, and we can need to find out the equations. For that, we need to find out the y-intercept. That means y equals mx plus c. That means y is we can take any point we want. I am taking negative 5 here, and the gradient is negative 4. X is a 1 plus c. That means minus 5 equals minus 4 plus c. So c is going to be minus 5 plus 4. That means c equals negative 1. So the final equation is going to be y equals negative 4x minus 1. Moving on to the next one. It says find the equation of the line perpendicular AB that passes through C. Give your answer in the form of y equals mx plus c. We are going to be using the midpoint of this. Midpoint was negative 1 over 2 and 1. So that once we use here, we can get the answer. I leave this question on you. Make sure to put the comments how you found this uh, part of the question, which is part 5. Now, next question is A is the point negative 2, negative 3, and B is the point 4, 9. We need to find out the length. Length formula is already over here. Substitute the values of 4, 2, and 9, 3. We get the distance, which is 6 under root 5, and 6 under root 5 should give you something like 13.41. So 13.416 or 13.42 is going to be the answer which is expected. In here we need to find out the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. So the slope of AB is, once we find out, midpoint is 1 3 and the slope is 2. When the slope of AB is 2, that means the slope of perpendicular bisector is going to be negative 1 over 2. Once we find out the equation, it's going to be y equals m is negative 1 over 2 x plus c. For that we need to find out the y-intercept and midpoint once we use here. So y equals 3 equals negative 1 over 2, x is a 1 plus c, that means 3 equals negative 1 over 2 plus c, that means 3 plus 1 over 2 equals c, that means c equals 4.5, 3.5, sorry, c is going to be 3.5. That means the equation is going to be y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 3.5. Now moving on to the last question, bit tricky, but more of understanding is required in this and bit of calculation. Now in here it says A, E, B are the points on a straight line L with equation x plus 2y equals 12. AD are the points on a straight line M. AE and EB are equal. Find equation for line M. This is line M we are talking about, and this is line L which is made here. Now it says the equation is x plus 2y equals 12. That means x plus 2y equals 12. That means 2y equals negative x plus 12. That means y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 6. Okay, now we find out the coordinate of this point. Now that means over here y is a 0. That means y equals negative 1 over 2 x plus 6. That means over here in place of y I substitute 0. That means negative 1 over 2x plus 6. That means negative 6 will be equals to negative 1 over 2x. Negative negative cancel. That means x is equals to 12. That means this point when we're talking about, so x is a 12 and y is a 0. Now coming to this point, this is when x is 0, how much is y equals to? So let's see, when y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 6, that means if the value of x is a 0, so the value of y is equals to 6. So this point is x is equals to 0 and y equals 6. So with this we come to know that the distance between AE and EB is equal. That means from 12 it becomes 0. So that means more 12 to the negative side this is going to go. So we are talking about this point. So this point is going to give us a negative 12. Now from 0 to 6, and 6 plus 6 is going to give us a 12. That means the coordinates of point A are negative 12 and 12. Now we need to find out the equation of the line M. Since the gradient of the given line is negative 1 over 2, so it is going to be y equals 2x plus c. Okay, now we are taking the point to find out the y-intercept. So it is going to be y equals 12 and 2 times negative 12 plus c. That means 12 equals negative 24 plus c. So c will be equals to 12 plus 24. That means c equals 36. So the equation of line M will be equals to y equals 2x plus 36. This is going to be the equation of the bisecting line. This line I'm talking about, line M. This was the last question. Thank you very much for watching. Wish you all the best. And the question that I have assigned you, make sure you solve them. And in case if you get stuck, I'm here for you. My WhatsApp number is provided. Feel free to communicate and message me or put the comments in the video section. Thank you very much once again.